Yo, what's good? What's hood, YouTube? It's your boy VariX. Bumming at you with a brand new video. Hey, man, today we got a motherfucking banger, man. Today we got Bryce Mitchell confronted by Rampage, Jackson, and Bear for Pro Healer Comments. It's about weirder in life. I don't know who this guy is. It was on the Jackson podcast, but they deleted the podcast like an hour after it was posted. I don't know why, but they did. So let's see what they say, though.
All right. Now, my first time meeting you, and we from the same area.
All right.
And I gotta ask you, what the fuck is wrong with you, brother? We gotta talk about this.
Right.
You know, I've been known to say some fucked up shit in my life, and shit I don't mean. I'm a comedian. I like to joke around and stuff like that. But you know, you a fighter, I'm a fighter, and we're used to being able to say whatever the fuck we want and stuff like that. But sometimes we just gotta really think about what we say, and then think if we should let that shit get out there. And since I've heard all this stuff, I've heard some stuff about you, and a lot of people say you know, they really listen to your stuff, like you with the Bible and the flat earth and stuff like that. I'm very interested in that type of stuff. You know, I'm born again guy. You know, I'm not religious anymore, and I believe the earth is flat and stuff like that. I do. I believe the earth is the way God made it and stuff like that. So I was more interested in talking to you about this. I was very excited about that. But I'm not excited about the stuff that I hear is going viral.
Right. And first off, thank y'all for having me here today. I can tell you're not happy with me just because of your tone. I've watched you since I was a kid, Rampage, so I know I've never seen you that serious before. You know, it's really unfortunate that this is the first time that we meet, but also God has a plan. And I want to spend a very brief amount of time talking about what I said because of the severity of it. I wish I didn't have to talk about it at all, but I feel like the severity of it being this is the first time I've shown my face since I said it. I do want to talk about it. First things first, I said word for word, I do not support, I am not a Nazi. I said it word for word. You can go back and watch it. And
people just clipped up some of the stuff.
I said was a good guy, and then I said, after that, I said before he committed all the atrocities, but they didn't play the whole podcast. Okay, so I did say he was a good guy, but I was saying before he committed all the atrocities.
Brother, you don't know him, right? You don't know the severity of what he did to the world. Obviously, I could tell you don't know for you to be able to even relaxedly say that word, that he was a good guy. And I'm not even going to give him the benefit of saying his name, but those extremist ideologies, the things he did to, you know, millions of people are some of the most disgusting, most evil things the world ever seen. Now, we're not going to give you a platform today to talk about anything that even remotely supports that.
No,
we're not going to give you a platform
I don't want to
justify what you said. And matter of fact, and me and Rampage talked about this, we're not even going to give you a platform to explain yourself on that. I personally just feel with the things that he did and the millions of people that died, there's no justification pre or post whatever you did say. Ain't nobody a good guy. And we as people, and me as a fan of MMA, right? As a fighter, I watch all your fights, right? You bring the Bible in the cage. You did some amazing things before that podcast. Rampage is an icon to me. I look up to Rampage. So when Rampage gets serious, even when he said, listen, man, I got a full-time Jewish chef. And Rampage, the only reason why he was accepting of even doing this podcast, you know, we already had pre-booked you before that show, and we've been trying to get you on for about a year, right? And so Rampage said, I want to be able to see him face to face and explain to him the severity of what he did. So at least if you didn't, you do understand what you did damages people's relationships with their family over arguments, damages society, wasting time on things they shouldn't be talking about. We should be coming together as a world, but we should never justify.
Okay, well, I wanted to let him keep talking, but he going on and on. Well, look, first of all, who is this guy? Second of all, why would you bring him on if you didn't want him to explain what he meant by what he said? Obviously, if the guy Hitler was able to become a dictator, he couldn't have been too bad of a person at first. Now, what he did, depending on who you ask, could have been a good thing or not. But we know how powerful Jews are today. And the fact that they was almost exterminated and still became like the top ethnicity, damn near. It has to mean something. Them niggas are very fucking powerful, bro. So let's not be biased when we talk about things that really don't even matter to us, because we not that race and we're not either of those races. We're not German. We're not Russian. We're not Jewish. We're not really American for real. We became American, but we're not even American for real. So let's keep the bias out of it and actually listen to what the fuck going on. I don't know who this guy is. I guess his name is Bear. I'm not even gonna put his name in the title. I'm gonna be real. So he need to chill out though.
The persecution and the extremism that we've seen in the past from that man or any sort of that nature, right? So
right, I totally agree, brother. Yeah. And that's why I wanted to say, I literally said in my podcast, I don't support.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Nazi. And I said that, and I'm glad that you got to let me repeat that.
How long have you had that podcast?
That was my first episode. And here's the thing, guys.
That's a banger.
You know, before he did all of that stuff, is what I was talking about, guys.
Yeah,
we understand. Listen,
I'm not denying anybody's suffering, bro. Like, I'm literally not denying anybody's suffering.
We understand.
You do know millions of people, over 5 million people died because of him.
A lot of people.
One of the deadliest wars of all time, World War II. Probably over 50 million people, 3 to 5% of the population died.
Deadliest war, yeah.
So you are aware that even trying to justify that, you got to move past that, brother. Right?
No. Listen,
you can't even.
Listen, we understand. We understand. It's
First,
your first podcast.
Man, I ain't finna get into it,
You
bro.
gotta understand about this.
I don't want to become
right
him, but
you
that's so fake. That's so false.
Because people will take it out of context and they will clip it. You know.
That's what I believe happened, but you know, I shouldn't have said it in the first place.
Research will tell you exactly what this dude said. If y'all want to know what he said, I'm not finna put the clip in this video. I'm not, but I will include it in the fucking description. What he said was actually, if you do your research, the stuff that he said was actually valid. The thing is, people don't do their research and they'll believe whatever somebody else tell them, like the fact that the earth is round. They say that the earth is round. But if you really do some research and you actually look into this shit, and the people that said that the earth is actually flat and the research that they done did and stuff like that, I mean, it's like certain things make sense when you do the research. But if you don't do the research, you just gonna think a motherfucker sound dumb, when in reality, you just listen to somebody else tell you something, you just repeating what they say. At the end of the day, though, research prevails. So I still do research before you say something, please.
You shouldn't say.
Yeah, you should have said it in the first place. And there's other things you said in that clip, and I'm not here to twist the knife. I mean, you did it to yourself. I'm just here to tell you, even the other things you did, you have to do the education and understand the severity of you as an athlete and someone who the MMA community put you on a pedestal because of the performance and what you did for the sport as a fighter. You have a voice. Yeah. And if you don't use that voice for good, not all free speech needs to be said. You know what I mean? Like, I believe in free speech, but I believe in free speech that does good for the community. And just having free speech to say idiotic things and damaging communities of our country and damaging people and damaging religions is not always needed.
UFC President Dana White has said on an interview that he won't punish Bryce Mitchell despite not seeing eye to eye with his viewpoints on Adolf Hitler.
And that's facts. He shouldn't be
Mitchell
punished because of his viewpoints, especially when he actually coming from with a basis ground of actually putting in the sources and the resources and the research that he put in. Having the Holy Bible up. I mean, if people really understood about religions, they would understand that, you know, he's coming from a Christian nationalist mindset. And man, I ain't finna get too much into this shit because a lot of people don't do research, and they're gonna look at my video and say the same shit they saying about him. At the end of the day, though, man, research prevails, bro. And if you a Christian for real, please do the research into the history of Christianity so you can actually understand why he feel the way he feels and why he thinks the way he thinks. It's a crazy world we live in there, man. You can't believe what the American people tell you when you go to school. You can't believe in the American education system because the American education system, half of the things that they teach you in these schools, if you go to other countries, they'll teach you the complete opposite. So it's like, can't really believe too much, but I don't want to get you going in a deep pot. Shit, my cousin told me that he believed that I told him a lot that changed his perspective of life and it changed where he will be as a person today. But at the end of the day, if I didn't tell you, nigga, You was gonna figure out regardless. But do your research, please, man. It's been your boy Video Reaction. I appreciate y'all for tuning into this video. It's a quick one. Just is what happened. Appreciate you for tuning in, though. Without further ado, if you like the video, be sure to like the video. Comment if you got anything to say about me or the video. Subscribe if you're new and fuck with the content, man. 3 videos on the screen right now. You gotta click one. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch at the top. Instagram, contact me. Twitch, live every night. Same shit, same old. Appreciate you for tuning in, though. Stay up and be blessed. Have a good one. Peace.